Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster Perfect Stats Guide. So we are just finishing up on the veldt. I did a ton of stuff here. And also I have glitched, I believe, Ifrit and Shiva onto a couple of my characters. And then I think, was it Unicorn too? It's the one right underneath Ketchi. I'm pretty sure that's Unicorn. So I've got a lot of spells learned. A lot of them I can't use, like quick, right? Because I've glitched Raiden on. So, you know, unfortunately can't use that, but that's okay. It's a little overpowered for the world of balance, but I at least wanted to kind of point out what I've done here. Now, you know, if you decide to not use the glitch, then, you know, that's completely up to you. But I did. I really liked it. Again, it's something because it's something new that I haven't. You know, well, I guess I wasn't able to do this right in previous iterations of the game. You know, I did do a perfect stats for Final Fantasy VI, but the PlayStation version a while back, but. I just, you know, I wanted to try some new things here, and I really like that you're able to technically get +2 stats on everybody, right, when you level. I mean, obviously Terra still loses, you know, 2 levels because Espers aren't available, but anyways. So I've already made it all the way back over here to, I think this is Jador or Jidor. I always say Jidor or Jador. Yeah, this is like Jadur. Actually, it's what it kind of looks like there. But anyways, yeah. So pardon the pronunciation, but here I actually just wanted to use this as an opportunity to show you guys that Shadow is still being factored in. So again, anytime that you're questioning whether or not somebody is factored in at any given time, you can go take a look at a shop, and the characters that pop up, you know. That show you, you know, whatever, like if gears are upgrades for them or not, they are listed. So again, here, Terra is not listed here, right? So that means she is not factored in, but these 6 characters are. So this is, it's also important to know that. So actually, our party average right now is just slightly below 6 because Shadow is here, and that again is going to mean that. We are able to recruit Setzer at 5. So very important. Again, that's a little bit of a change here as well. And again, normally in other versions of the game, since Shadow is never factored into Setzer's level, right, because he takes off in some form, you know, I guess some form or another, or some point or another. You would need to level Shadow before you started the Opera House. But again, that is not the case here, since we've kind of got him stashed away in in Narshe. So yeah, his contract has not been fulfilled. So that 3,000 gil is really getting some mileage in this version of the game. So all right. Anyways, I stopped in here at the auction hall, and unfortunately, I guess nothing has changed there. Right, we're still not able to buy. Any of the espers from here, which also kind of makes sense just based on where they're listed in the menu. There, I didn't catch what that was. Was that an ether in the pot up there? But yeah, I grabbed that. Now here is the impresario. Definitely gonna need to speak with him in order to start the next you know, chain of events. Yes, that's right. So he actually mistakes Celes for the opera singer Maria, which is part of that's the I guess the basis for the strategy, right? He's been a tizzy ever since that letter arrived. All right, so the wandering gambler wants to abduct Maria. That is certainly one way of doing things. You born on a farm, son? I don't know about that. So it looks like Setzer, like his graphic is a little bit updated, right? Wasn't his overcoat kind of brownish looking before? I don't know. I like the new look. Gambling vagabond who finds freedom from society's narrow views of morality above his airship. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if I ever did I just never read that before, or did it not click? This guy's not on the up and up. All right, yeah, let's set up a meeting with this Setzer. Let's do that. Let's Shanghai him. Take his ship. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna jump on a chocobo here and just we'll zip on down to the opera house. Generally, it's funny too because in you know, I guess prior to the perfect stats games that I would play, I was so cheap that I would never refuse to ride the chocobos because I didn't want to pay for them, which is just absurd. But you know, not the case anymore. Times have changed, and I am more than happy to pay to ride around on these. Okay, quick save complete. Let's get all saved up here. Yeah, this is kind of like our point of no return. Kind of. You can actually fail in the opera house. So I suppose if you missed something or forgot something before you started, or I guess maybe realized that you forgot something after you had started the opera house, you could then just fail on purpose, I suppose, and go back. But just make sure you've done everything. Again, I already have leveled Celes. Technically, you don't have to quite yet. You could wait until, I mean, I guess anywhere between, you know, now and the end of the Magitech research facility. But also you have to, you know, have Shadow stashed off in Narshe though before you level her. Otherwise, that messes up her level. So, but again, that was the previous video. I kind of went over all of that. But here, Locke is kind of going over the strategy here with the impresario here, and it's kind of funny too because the impresario doesn't seem to quite get it, which I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's overly complicated, but he's like, no, we're not letting, you know, Maria be abducted, and he's like, no, dude, that's why we use the decoy. I literally just said that, you jerk. Now, just a minute. She can VR Maria. We'll let Setzer kidnap her and lead us to his airship. Yeah, that seems like, I mean, that's a solid plan. I like that she, like, definitely protests, right? But then that's immediately what she does. She's like, I'm not an opera floozy. And then she immediately runs in and starts practicing. Like, okay, all right, well, I don't know. Tell me how you really feel. All right, here's our boy, Ulti. Got my own little surprise. Okay. Man, the dialogue is more funny than I remember. Get to work. Isn't anyone gonna read it? Yeah, eventually I'll get to it. Okay, we are here. Just again as kind of a reminder, make sure you've got Shadow stashed in Narshe, because if you take him to the opera during the or right after like the first scene, he's just gone. He just literally vanishes on you, and that's gonna really mess up our our game, because again, we need him factored in for Setzer's level to be, I guess, for him to be starting at level 5. So again, make sure he's stashed. I don't know if I said it enough yet. I'm not sure, but all right. You know what? I'm gonna cut the commentary here because they added some voice acting to this. So I'll pick it back up after the scene is over.
insolent rogue, knave of the western hall, you would address my queen to be Maria. Sure you have Maria's hand, I would die before that day comes. Then it's a duel.
It's a duel. Oh man! All right. How's he planning to disrupt the opera? Oofda, Jesus, can't speak. With that, yeah, he's gonna. There it is. Did he say we'll see if she can sing through this? Okay. All right. Why would he want to do that? I thought he was like, I thought Ultros wanted to steal her. Or is that, did I misunderstand that? I mean, it's not like he's, you know, not about the cute girls. He was, you know, saying some pretty vulgar stuff about Terra there on the river, but maybe he's changed his stance on the females. Or maybe Celes is just not his type. Anyways, alright, so you zip on over to the right-hand side there and pull the switch. Excuse me. Alright, so here's the rats. This is actually really, really easy now. The fact that you don't have to one-shot this is pretty amazing, but what I wanted to do here was run into this formation specifically with the two stunners and the... what's that? Gotia? There's another formation here that has more mobs in it, but I just wanted to go with the, you know, the fewer mobs. So, so this was the one I picked. Now, I just, you know, let them, let them kill me here. So, you don't get a game over. So this is again a little bit like the battles in Narshe, where you can just lose here and it'll just kick you out of the opera. But it'll remember this formation for the veldt. Excuse me. Alright, so yeah, so I guess I'm speeding up the process here by nuking myself. Which, by the way, I also... Jeez, excuse me. I really like... you know, I was using a lot of the teleport stone that we got way at, what was it, South Figaro. I used that for a lot of the game, and then once I was finally able to, you know, learn, like, Thundara, that's when I started just nuking myself instead. The nice thing about that is, you know, you just go back to your quick save, and... actually, well, maybe it's just your last save. I don't know if that matters. But anyways, I like that you know, you just go right back to your save and then there's no load time. That's the annoying part about, you know, especially early on where you're using that stone to get out of the battles, right? Because running takes so long. But the problem then is then you need to reload your game, and reloading the game freaking takes forever. So. It's nice to just, yeah, just die. Or nuke yourself, right? Do a little, you know, suicide by electrocution. But, alright, so that puts us outside. At that point, I just save. And, looks like I'm overwriting some of my older files here. But yeah, you know, we're able to just save then, and that'll have saved that specific formation. So that, you know, we don't have any issues there. So, alright, at this point, then we can go back inside. I actually really like that, and I guess this was kind of always the case, but you don't have to do, you know, the whole opera house over again, right? Like you don't have to say the lines and watch meanwhile the audio or you know, the voice acting sounds good. I actually really like that change. That was pretty cool, but, but now that I've seen it, I don't particularly care about seeing it again. Okay, so yeah, He's back to it. The I don't know, the way that this kind of plays out there with, you know, basically us getting another chance, right, to do the opera right or to perform correctly is kind of funny, but given the fact that, you know, whatever Ultros is dropping a weight on Celeste's head, I mean, come on, man. A little silly, but whatever. Video game logic. Anyways, all right, so let's get back to it. We'll do it all again. This time we will avoid all the rats. Obviously, our goal here is to not get any experience. So yeah, so we'll do that. I just realized too that I had a wrong assumption about how Terra was behaving. She's going to, you know, she's going to be rejoining us at the party average, but she is getting, it looked like, I think it was 96 hidden experience somehow. I have no idea where it was coming from. And I've gained literally no experience with her at all. And yet when she rejoins my party, again, she's getting 96 experience somewhere, and I don't know where that's coming from. So at the end of the day, I don't think it actually really is going to matter for us. I think we'll still be able to get all of the things that I want to get, you know, even with that in mind. Just it was a kind of a head scratcher, and again, I'm just not sure where that extra 96 experience is coming from. I originally thought that because I had the first time I went through this, I what had actually happened there was I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so I took a bit of experience at the Narshe battle there, where or with the rider, and yeah, it was weird. Again, I don't really understand. Well, my theory was that I had, you know, absorbed, and I think it was 100 experience there, and I thought that that's what was getting carried over, but it's not. It's actually 96 experience, not that, you know, 100 that I got specifically from that rider while she was at level 3. But again, I just, you know, something's not adding up, and I'm not sure what's going on with her, or if it's literally just, like, for some reason just getting added to her regardless. But yeah, very very strange. I'm not really sure. It's one of those deals too where, you know, who knows. I've seen already so many glitches and mistakes that you know, are in this game that who just, you know, who knows what's going on there. Anyways, all right, so these two flattened. There's no one to win the girl. Yeah, it's always a problem when no one's there to win the girl. Get up, Locke. There we go. Neither Draco nor else will claim. I just realized I don't know if I ever really thought about this before. Okay, so it's Ralse and Draco fighting over her, and then Ultros drops in. Or no, then is it the guys that drop in first? And then it's Ultros, and then it sets her. It actually was kind of a ridiculous turn of events. All right, let's get it on. Ultros can be a pain. That's why it's always a good idea to save right before you actually initiate the battle. Like once you've made your way past the rats. He's just kind of cheap sometimes. He'll do he'll do an acid rain and then a tentacle immediately after. And that's exactly what happens here to I think he gets Cyan in a minute here. I was playing around with my my menu here just to see what I needed to do strategy wise here, because I didn't really remember this fight, but I think he can be slowed, and that's a good idea. Definitely do that. And then, and yeah, like I said, so he does acid rain, and if you've got a ribbon on somebody, that's great, right? But otherwise, he's gonna poison you with that. they're slow, so I've got that applied. So that'll, you know, obviously make it so that we're having less turns. Here's the Acid Rain Tentacle back to back. Now, it was way better that he did that to Cyan, right? Because otherwise it would have hit both Edgar and Locke. And he would have wiped out 2 characters instead of just the one. So here at least I had a good opportunity to just to recover. And I think here I went with, did I do chainsaws or did I just nuke him? Oh man. Yeah, I think maybe I just nuked him. Obviously even, or, you know, if you've done any work on the veldt here, I actually don't know if we're supposed to have Fyra yet, right? That's basically Fire 2. Because isn't that Ifrit? Or is one of the other Espers, does one of the Espers have that? Again, I glitched the Espers in this version, so, you know, I guess if you don't have that quite yet, you'll have to settle for a different spell. Probably like Thunder, or right, because we should get that from Rama. Let me, I'm going to check, though. What's going on here? There we go. Yeah, and Osmos, you probably, you know, unless you're glitching, you're not going to have access to that quite yet. I mean, you know, Osmos is essentially just well, I mean, you can just use ethers, right? So that shouldn't affect your strategy. Here, level 3 Confuse is a pain as well. So I didn't have Edgar protected. He's actually the only one in this party that can be affected by that. So I should have had and I forget which item is. There's an item that prevents Confuse and Berserk. I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head, but I should have done that. Or had him equipped with that beforehand, so. Yeah. Let me just see here. Alright, abilities, Espers. So Rama, yeah, Rama's got Thundara. Yeah, so we wouldn't have Fyra. So I've been casting that because I glitched Ifrit onto my characters. So again, normally we wouldn't have that. You'd have to settle for like Thundara. Here's Imp Song. That'll turn you into an imp. Cyan's got the ribbon on right now, so he's protected from that. It's actually a pretty annoying status effect. You know, it obviously is going to turn you into an imp. You can either use the spell to remove it or a green cherry. If you've farmed on the veldt, you probably have a lot of green cherries. Otherwise, make sure that you've got them, obviously, before you come here. Chainsaw. Oh, drain. Ugh. Ooh. Oy. That hurt. Yeah, I don't really know why I'm horsing around with Osmos. I could have just used an ether. I had a ton of them. Oh, their Locke eats it. I'll get him back up here. You called? You could do you could use Sky with Cyan. I don't know though. That's a tough call because you know so many times you're just gonna be sitting around hoping that Ultros attacks him, and then he won't. I guess right here it looks like he's focused on Cyan, right? But now, yeah, he's gone. All right, see you later, buddy. So I don't know. That wasn't too bad. I think really like, you know, keeping or having protection on Edgar from Confuse is good. So again, I can't remember which item that was that prevents confusion in Berserk, but definitely throw that on him. Cyan's probably a good candidate for the ribbon like I did there. And that'll just keep some of the annoyance down, right? You won't get poisoned, you won't get imped. Wow, right. Unforeseen twists at every turn. As we think Maria is to become Locke's new bride. She gets taken or abducted by Setzer. Stay tuned. Okay. Yeah, I guess Maria can. Will have to do part 2. All right, so that's the Opera House. Fun stuff. I don't know. I always thought that was an interesting part of the game. All right. Little did he know what he was bringing upon himself by abducting her. You're a great fake actress, Celes. Enough. Wow. Okay. Jeez. Take it easy. Take it easy, crazy. Time for Act 2. All right. Well, yeah, we've got an Act 2 of our own, I guess. The opera is gonna have to go on without us, but we've got some important stuff to take care of. Yeah, I really like the Setzer's look here. Oh. Trying to call me. They're trying to call me. All right. Yeah, so here we're trying to obviously convince Setzer to help us out. And yeah, we play his game, I guess. Kind of. Don't misunderstand me. I haven't said I'll help you. Well, not yet anyway. All right. Save complete. Yeah, all right. So here, yeah, everybody's kind of laying out their grievances with the Empire here, and yeah, even Setzer to some extent admits that. What does he say? Something like that. He says something like, yeah, even the skies feel a little less free, or something like that. So yeah, we're he was definitely teetering here on what to do. All right, if Celeste becomes his wife, he'll help out. Oh boy. Great, it's settled. Has you help us? What is it? Tails, she marries him? You serious? If you marry that guy. There's no telling what manner of dishonorable things he might do to you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Cyan knows what's up. Heads that win. It's time for you to hold up your end of the bargain. Yeah, that's what you get. You lose. I always like this part too. I don't know. There's probably no link between the two events, but it always reminds me of when Edgar, and she does look like she's getting the coin from Edgar here, but it always reminds me of the scene where Edgar and Sabin flip a coin, right, to see what happens to Sabin. I don't think that there's actually any link there, and also I assume this scene is completely different because there's a chance that you haven't taken Edgar. So then that would mean that she might get a coin from, I guess somebody else. I don't know who it would be. I literally always take Edgar with. So I'm not sure how that plays out. I guess she could just get the coin from Sabin, which again makes me believe that there's no connection between the two coins that are used. But yeah, interesting nonetheless that she hustles the gambler. I mean, how did he not see that coming? Some gambler you are. All right, so here they did an even better job here with the lights in vector. And it does look pretty spooky, right? I mean, this looks pretty... They did a good job here. Yeah, pretty daunting. Oh, wow, okay. We're at about at the end of this one, so... all right, as always, hope the guide was helpful. Hope you enjoyed the opera. I know I sure did. But, all right, that's going to be it for this one. So, as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.